4-point victory. And now, who will join them in the big city of NYC? Will it be the 3rd seed, 3's company, or the 2 seed, the three-headed monsters? Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson. You know, this is an interesting matchup. You go back to week 5, these two faced each other, and it was the first time in Big 3 history that a game was won by a 4-point shot, and thanks to Jamario Moon.
Well, how about making your presence felt, your impact felt on your first game? Jamario had something to prove, that he belonged to be on the floor. And what a perfect ending for him to knock down that 4-point play to win it. And also keep in mind, that was a game where Gary Payton kind of went at the neck verbally. Dante Jones.
Yes, he did. 3's company, led by Michael Cooper. Three-headed monsters, led by Gary Payton. Inside, they go to Reggie Evans. Working on Drew Gooden. That one rolls out. Here's DeMar Johnson. The Drew Gooden, former Maverick, knocks down a 3.
Hey, Andre, stay up on him.
Andre Emmett, Dallas native, guarding Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who's been fantastic. You don't give him space, he usually knocks those down. Here's Andre Emmett. Went to Dallas Carter High School, spins, banks it home.
And this is what I love too. Andre Emmett was so pumped about playing back at home in front of his family and friends. A place that created what we see today. And let's see what kind of show he can put on.
Reggie Evans misses. Jamario Moon, the follow, it's blocked. Here's Drew Gooden. Knocks down another 3. And 3's company is rating 3's at the American Airlines Center.
And that's the start you want. You take advantage of the defensive possessions that you have. You force three-headed monsters to be uncomfortable early.
Good dish, Mahmoud to Reggie Evans, and the monsters are on the board.
One thing Gary Payton told us, that he talked to his team to see a tough shot right there by Gooden. It wasn't X's and O's. It wasn't we need to be schematically, but he said we need to stay together. We need to play together. And don't complain if you don't get calls. Let him do the complaining.
Hey, Drew, dribble him.
Moon tried to get a steal there. They'll call the foul though on Jamario Moon. 4-point lead. Here's Michael Cooper.
Look at him.
Won the NBA championship 5 times with the Lakers. DeMar Johnson spins, got it over Mahmoud. 6-point lead for 3's company. First team to 25, we go to the half.
You know what, easy money right there. DeMar knew he wanted to get to the baseline. 2 dribble spin, there's nothing really that Mahmoud could do. And it's hard to send help, especially off of Andre Emmett.
Here's Moon. Stripped by Andre Emmett. Drive, lays it in. Oh, what a homecoming for Andre Emmett. And 3's company up 8 over the 2 seed, the three-headed monsters. Andre Emmett back home, showing off for the home folk. And his team up 8. It's the playoffs here on Fox. Welcome back. It's the playoffs here on the Big 3. You know, Andre Emmett from Dallas, played at Dallas Carter High School, went on to Texas Tech, played for Bobby Knight. And you know, when Baron Davis went down about a month ago, he became the focal point of the offense for 3's company.
But that's what he wanted all along. He wanted to put his talents on display. Keep in mind, the last 3 games, he scored 66 points, okay? He's putting the ball in the basket, and Michael Cooper is smart. He understands that Andre can give you so much. More importantly, he can create mismatches on the court. Sound decision maker. More importantly, a tough competitor.
Here's Baron Davis. He went down with a quad injury.
And we thought it would be back this week. And this team hasn't missed a beat, but how much better would they be with he on the court along with the way Andre Emmett is playing?
Here's Andre Emmett now, working on Jamario Moon. 5 on the shot clock, DeMar Johnson. What a block by Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. With .7 on the shot clock.
With the recovery, again, that time Mahmoud able to get over the top.
Emmett, go for a lob, go for a lob. Go to the rim,
If you go
to the rim.
creative monsters, force that shot right there.
Emmett got to force it up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
8-point lead for 3's company.
We got the score on.
And let's see if three-headed monster goes back to that pick and roll that's been successful for them with Mahmoud. There it is, a little handoff right there.
And it's money in the bank for Mahmoud.
But the key was, as soon as he threw to Reggie,
Stay down there. Go
he
in it.
sprinted off of the pick for the handoff. That way his guy couldn't recover quick enough to get back once he received the pass.
And he's playing defense. Reggie Evans, the follow, missed it. And he'll go to the line. And there is GP, head coach of the three-headed monsters, the second seed. You know, he's the only point guard to be named NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Hall of Famer 6 years ago, won an NBA championship, Miami Heat. Dante Jones will check in. DeMar Johnson will have a seat.
How about Reggie Evans? Free throw line right now, led the league in rebound, but 5th in the league in scoring. I mean, that you don't equate with Reggie Evans, but all year we've been talking about his improved game, maybe not from the free throw line, but his hustle is still there to keep that play alive. But that's incredible when you talk about a guy who, throughout his playing career, didn't focus on putting the ball in the basket. It was rebounding, defense, and the little things. He's showing us he can score this year in the Big 3.
He was just an assist away from a triple-double last week as Mario Moon threw that one away. Tell you what, you look at him, 5th in the league in scoring. Got the rebounding title. He's 5th in steals, 2nd in block. Listen, you can make a case for him as MVP as well.
Well, top 5 in 4 different categories, okay? And what if his team gets to the championship? His name got to be put in the hat.
Go, Q.
Reggie Evans right here needs a little bit more help to see.
You could say, I'm going to put your head down. You can't see what you're about to do here. And then I'm going to foul you. So here's Reg, shooting 1 for 2. He's got it. The three-headed monsters are chipping away at that lead.
Yeah, and you know, those are big free throws because it not only gives Reggie confidence, but it eats three-headed monsters way back in the game.
Jason Maxia.
You cannot do that. You got to break off of it. Let him guard him. Let him guard him. Dante. Let him guard him. Let him guard him. Stay up. Stay up. Stay up. Stay up.
Here's Mahmoud.
Stay up. Stay up.
Reggie Evans spins. And it rolls off.
Let's go back to that previous play. Two-man game. Andre Emmett. Again, Reggie Evans is caught in no man's land. And Gary Payton was told Reggie Evans, allow Quintel to guard him. Force Andre Emmett to come to you. But once you step up off that baseline, that just opens it up to the alley-oop.
See Jason Maxiell. Reggie Evans knocks that down. You know, last year we had over 15,000 here in Dallas. Well, tonight, a Big 3 record, 16,002 people have come here to the American Airlines Center. Largest crowd to date for the Big 3. The previous high, 15,177. That was in Brooklyn.
That was the first game last year. But that's why I love Big D. I mean, I was at my cigar spot, one of them today, and I can hear some guys in the background talking about it, not knowing that I was there for the game, and they recognized it said something. But before, the conversation was like, oh yeah, we got to get our tickets. We're going to the game. I'm taking this. We want to see what's going on. It's a great thing. I mean, all those superlatives and that positive talk, I mean, made me feel good to be, because I'm a part of it. You know what I mean? And now for them to come out, 16,000 plus to set the record, and they were able to get that show. The 2 games ahead, but then the semifinal game before this, and now this game. Wow. Unbelievable.
And of course, it all culminates next Friday back at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for the championship. Playing for the Julius Erving Championship Trophy. Will it be 3's company? Will it be the three-headed monsters taking on Power? First team to 25, we go to the half. Here's Andre Emmett. Dante Jones working against Mahmoud.
Yeah, D, there you go. Jamari, go get it. Three. You got 8.
So here's Dante Jones. He was traded during the season from Trilogy to 3's company.
Able to knock it in there. I thought that was a really good acquisition for them because he gives them not only a scoring punch, but a defensive,
some toughness,
mindset and toughness.
Here's Quintel Woods, his first shot.
Yeah.
Watch this right here with the
elbow
push.
Dante, down low, down low.
Man, if that ain't a fly, I don't know what is, partner.
Dude, I know this league is physical, but my. Here's Andre Emmett. Hezzy, pull up, too strong. Moon grabs the board.
Get up!
Inside they go to Reggie Evans. Working on Dante Jones. Spins, left hand, yes. And gives him a little push at the end. Oh, boy. It's getting physical. It's getting hot. Not only outside, but inside as well. Take another look.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're smart. You don't want to really double Reggie Evans in order to open up some outside shots for Quintel Woods and Jamari Moon. So you want to force Evans to go one-on-one. And Evans responded, but like, yeah, I'm going to score.
Here's Andre Emmett. Spin, fades. Rebound to Reggie Evans. And he's knocked down by Jason Maxia. A little physical,
you think? But this is how it's been most of the season. And Jason Maxill's not going to back down from anybody. Right. You know that. So, but the thing is, you can't allow your emotions to overtake the mental and thought process of playing the game the right way, which will put you in a situation that will counteract what you're doing. And that time, Reggie Evans dug himself deep inside, received the pass, and went right up and scored.
He's got 10 points. He scored the last 8 for the three-headed monsters. The lead is now 2. Dante Jones, the bucket and 1.
Very similar to the semifinal game before us with Power and Tri-State. No team able to really create separation as one play after the next, but how you do it, you separate yourself by getting defensive stops, and that time, Dante Jones is not going to be denied.
Three-point play is good by Jones. The lead is now 5 for 3's company. Here's Quintel Woods. The kick out to Reggie Evans. That's off. And a push off by Jamario Moon.
And just something simple. That time DeMar Johnson didn't rush out to try to contest the shot of Reggie Evans. If he's going to make that shot, he's going to make it, then you make your adjustments. But smart play by easing his way out instead of running out where Reggie Evans could have created a foul scenario.
Hey, listen, Emmett, we're in the penalty. Take that ball to the back.
Here's Dante Jones. Got it. 7-point lead for 3's company. They're in the bonus, so they retain possession. That pass nearly stolen. Here's Dante, pull up. Yes! Dante Jones is getting hot.
I'll tell you, I was watching him at practice the other day, last night, And he was working on a lot of stuff we're seeing right now, driving, finishing, a little step back in between game, and that's how you transfer what you did on the practice court onto the game.
How about Quintel with a little push-off?
Yeah, obvious right in front of the official, too.
Yeah, trying to create some space. And all of a sudden, the three-headed monsters have fallen apart.
But that's what Gary talked about, Peyton, before the game. We got to stay together and keep our composure. If we don't get fouls, don't complain. Let me do it. And right now in this first half, three-headed monsters are allowing the frustrations, them not working well together, to play into the hands of 3's Company.
And 3's Company will go to the half with an 11-point lead thanks to a 9-0 run. Drew Gooden, he's got 6. Andre Emmett, 4. DeMar Johnson, 4. And Dante Jones, the man with 9 points for 3's Company. The number 3 seed trying to make it to the championship game. It's the playoffs here in Dallas.
Welcome back to Dallas at halftime. 3's Company is up 25-14 over the three-headed monsters. They went on a 9-0 run and doing work in the early goings right there thanks to Dante Jones, who's had a great first half. You know who else had a great full game? Big Baby Davis. He helped lead his team to victory in the first semifinal game. Put that thing literally on his back and then ended up on his back. We'll get to that in a second. He muscled his way right there with a dance move, but here was a big ball that ended up getting him to the free throw line and a game-winning shot right there. He finished with 15 points, 6 rebounds, had to get help actually, kind of limping into the locker room, but I'm sure he's fine with the injury as long as his team got the win. So as you can see right there, they're headed to the final in New York next weekend, and right now 3's Company is up by 11 points on the three-headed monsters. Right now, let's send it over to the coach of power, Nancy Lieberman, who is Michael Rappaport. Michael, be on your best behavior.
All right, I'm with the coach, Nancy Lieberman. That was an intense, exciting game. We've had a few minutes to soak it in. What was that?
It was one of the best games I've ever been a part of. Just the intensity and the will to win. You know, 2 great teams with gladiators, and I'm so proud of my guys and how they played. And how about Glenn? After that tumble, being able to knock down that foul shot.
How is he feeling? He was limping off the court. What's the prognosis?
Well, I'm not a doctor, although I play one on TV, but I had 3
So do I.
I had 3 guys in the training room, Catino, Corey, and Baby. So we're hoping that we can get them healthy for New York.
One of the things that I think everybody's noticed about your coaching styles, you are chill, you're calm, you never get all crazy. Why? How do you do that?
I've been through this. You know, when you've been through Olympics, you've been through national championships, WNBA, NBA, everything kind of slows down, and yelling doesn't do anything. You have to be the voice of calm. We don't want to be the echo. We want to be the voice.
All right, well, congratulations. We're back in the Big Apple next week. Barclays next Friday for the championship game. Congratulations, Coach.
I can't wait to go back to New York. I love being a New Yorker.
It's going to be fun. Brian, Jack.
All right, thank you. Congratulations to Nancy Lieberman and her power squad. And, you know, Jim, as we look up here, 3's Company shot 53% from the field. Right. 50% from 3, thanks in part to Dante Jones, who came off the bench, gave them 9 points. In fact, bench scoring, 3's Company, 11 points. Three-headed monsters, 0.
Well, that's contributions from people that have to come in and do some things off the bench, whether that's defensively, offensively, you saw. But more importantly, this 3's Company's team demeanor, their court presence, the ability to stay focused is a big reason why they've been able to jump out to this 11-point lead. Now let's see if three-headed monsters can control themselves and get back in this game.
Lamar Johnson missed that one. Here's Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. This is their score. See if they can get him going. That one rolls off.
Well, and that was just good defense that time by Drew Gooden to get a hand in the face, and it's a mismatch right here.
Andre Emmett goes right back to work.
Again, Gary frustrated Peyton. Hey, Quintel Woods not getting over the pick allows now the drive to happen and not getting over the help.
Here's Woods. Knocks down the shot. They needed that. 11-point lead for 3's company. Andre Emmett. And Gary Payton has seen enough.
Good decision.
14-point lead for 3's company and Andre Emmett. He's got 11. He's back home in the Big D. And he's trying to go to the championship. $14-point lead for Andre Emmett and his 3's company squad. And Andre Emmett, look, finished fourth in the league in scoring, third in assists, second in steals. How about total field goals? First overall. And look, he's certainly gotten it done here. Andre Emmett with 11.
Well, you know what? I picked Corey Maggette because he's been there all year, and Andre Emmett came on late. That doesn't mean that, again, he doesn't throw his hat in the ring for the title, especially if they can get to the finals and they win it over a power team. Then he does belong in that conversation, of course, especially if he leads the team.
Last 5 weeks, Andre Emmett has been outstanding. The 3's company had 22 last week, 21 the week before that, 23 the week before that, and a team high 18 in week 5. So he has certainly played very well over the past month for 3's company. And the refs are going to take another look to see that ball was just thrown away by Quintel Woods or it actually went off someone. Let's take another look here, Jim.
Up underneath, yeah. Doesn't look like it's going, but back to Andre Emmett. You know, in the NBA, the season is so long, you know, you want to kind of ease your way in, get your steam, but you want to be playing your best basketball come late in the season, especially heading into the playoffs. I think we say the same thing right here for Andre Emmett.
You're right.
It took a while to kind of get his feet up underneath him. But then once he caught momentum, especially once Baron Davis went out, the scoring load went on his shoulders, the leadership role went on his shoulders. The last 3 weeks have just been like the numbers you kicked off, playing your best basketball, and he hasn't disappointed us yet in this game as well.
It's almost been a blessing in disguise for him that Baron actually went down, because it was like as soon as he went down, bam, he took right over.
Well, that's why you got to be ready when your number is called.
And he just got called here, and he will go to the line.
It doesn't seem like 3's company just has more energy.
Yeah.
And this is unlike a Gary Payton team, especially on the defensive end. I can see if you miss some shots. That's part of the game sometimes. But one thing you can control is your effort, especially on the defensive end. And right now, we're not seeing the extra effort being given by the 3-headed monsters. They're kind of just laying on the picks, not going after loose balls. And as a result, 3's company taking advantage of it.
Not reminiscent of a team that's the number 2 seed and that found every which way possible to win games as Reggie Evans banks that one home. 14-point lead. Near steal. Here's Emmett. He's got 5 on the shot clock now. Spins off of Quintel Woods. High off the glass. Oh, don't hurt him, Andre Emmett.
You know, could it be a little bit incentive too? Think about this. Last week, this 3's company team lost to Killer 3. You know what I mean? They lost to Killer 3, so now you have something to prove. And Andre Emmett, once again, the isolation on the left-hand side of the court. That's good defense by Quintel Woods, but a guy that's known how to score his whole career is putting on the show this evening.
We just gonna keep rotating. When you get in there, let's go. Clock, man.
13 points. Game high for Andre Emmett.
On him, you got to get up here and force him this way, okay? Because if you go this way,
Played just a couple of seasons in the NBA.
If you go this way, they get the rush. So get up.
Man, he has played well here in the Big 3.
Get that left hand, and then you and DJ can switch that. So you got to be careful. When they go this way, already going to flip it.
The refs will take another look here. There's the block.
but
No,
Reggie Evans on the backside.
Yeah. He's going for Reggie Evans. Reggie Evans has 12 of the three-headed monsters, 18 points. So Gary Payton is firing his troops up right there on the court, trying to pick these guys to play.
Hey, listen, the coach can't want it more than the player. That's never been a formula for success. And right now, that man has more intensity, more fire than the three players and the other guys that are on the bench.
Hey, Gray!
Does seem like so far the three-headed monster just going through the motions.
Yep.
Here's Drew Gooden. He started the game off knocking down a couple of threes. He just threw it away. Near steal.
But
Andre Emmett.
But even on that play, the turnover happened. But you see how quickly three guys or two guys got back in the lane to take away what could have been an easy layup? And that's the difference. Little things like that. That could have been easy too. They could have been like, oh, you know, we're up big. So what? But no. That's why they're up big. Because the little extra effort plays right there.
Here's Reggie Evans with the left hand.
The only one playing basketball. Everybody got to go to the basket, Emmett.
Another steal. Evans again. Banks it home. Reggie Evans is a one-man wrecking crew for the three-headed monsters.
Time, 30.
And Michael Cooper's going to call a timeout.
Smart timeout by Cooper. Momentum shifting just a little bit, just enough to have Coach Cooper bring his troops in and have a little talk.
We got a good semifinal battle here in the Big D. They're playing for a chance of playing the championship game. The Big 3 here on Fox. Welcome back. The playoffs here in Dallas. Big 3. And, boy, we've had a battle between two guys fighting for that MVP as well. Andre Emmett and Reggie Evans. And Reggie Evans has done it all, Jim, for the three-headed monster.
Yeah, done it all. And the same thing Coach Gary Payton said. He said, Reggie Evans is the only one playing. You know, with any kind of energy, any kind of sense of urgency as a result of 16 points. But three-headed monsters, two defensive stops, kind of got back in it. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
Here's Dante Jones. Had a good first half. Here's Dante Jones shooting 1 for 2. Had 9 in the first half. Missed it. Here's Reggie. Fade. Emmett. Got it.
And that's one time there was a little poor decision, I thought, by Reggie Evans shooting that fadeaway. That's not his game. And Andre Emmett made him pay.
Quintel Woods now, the pull-up. Got it.
Well, coming off a tough shot by Reggie Evans, Andre Emmett able to set his feet. Now, Jamari Moon, defensive position, that right leg was down. So now you're not going to be able to recover a little bit on that step back. More concerned about the drive than the three-point shot, but Emmett made him pay.
Missed it, but there's Reggie Evans. And Quintel Woods cleans up his own mess. Lead is 11. First team to 50 wins it. Got to win by 2. Here's Dante Jones. He just went right through Quintel Woods.
Well, Dante has been attacking, in particular off the dribble, since the beginning of the game. So, you know, a lot of times in playoff situations, it's the other guys that show up and make a difference. Well, right now, that other guy is Dante Jones.
He's the first member of 3's company to score here in the second half because Andre Emmett scored the previous 12 points for 3's company. Here's Quintel Woods, spin, no. Reggie Evans, that's a push off.
That's it, Max. That's it, Max.
Easy call for the baseline or the side official there to see this push off made by Reggie. I mean, Jason Maxiell himself didn't just throw himself out of bounds, you know what I mean? I know sometimes it's some action, but not on that particular play.
Here's Emmett for 4. Got it! Andre Emmett said, "This is my house."
Well, he said a little bit more than that. You know, the young kids are at home, and we don't want to use that kind of language, but it's hard to say. We know what he meant.
3's company is 7 points away from the championship game.
Take it, Frank.
Up 15. Here's Emmett. Drive. The layup and one.
Well, when you play with a chip on your shoulder, you got a lot to prove. It's hard to match that kind of enthusiasm and energy. The 4-point shot and Quintel Woods right here, getting beat off the dribble and then committing the ultimate sin, which is fouling and allowing Emmett to get the ball up. So you're talking about a potential to have 7 points in the last 2 possessions.
Andre Emmett has 22. Quintel Woods throws it away. It's been that kind of game for the 3-headed monsters.
Max, get focused. Let's go. Red, what? I want to review the play. I done said it twice. Hey, shoot it.
Gary Payton wants the refs to take another look at it. He believes that pass went off someone of the 3-headed monsters. Or I should say 3's company.
Let's take a look right here with the pass. First of all, that pass didn't get through a deflection and takes away a layup, and then the behind the back pass. No,
Yeah.
I think that just went straight out.
Yeah.
Let's take a look right here. Jason Maxiell, perfect. No.
Yeah, he didn't touch
Not even
anything.
close.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was just a bad pass.
So Andre Emmett will inbound it. 3's company 5 points away from victory.
You know, the question is, could you see this coming with 3-headed monsters? See the backdoor play by Emmett. But they didn't look too enthusiastic in their tough win, 50-47 win over Ghost Ballers last week.
Mario Moon, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Reggie Evans in for the 3-headed monsters. Jason Maxiell, Andre Emmett, Dante Jones for 3's company. This is Reggie Evans to Mahmoud. He just cannot find it tonight.
He doesn't have the rhythm to give Michael Cooper a lot of credit defensively for schematically putting in something that kind of limit Mahmoud in his open looks.
Here's Andre Emmett. He's got 24. 3's company 3 points away from victory. Mahmoud again, too strong. For the win, Andre Emmett, get out of here. Andre Emmett is a one-man wrecking crew and has sent 3's company The scoreboard here in the house had the wrong score. That 3 by Andre Emmett was a game winner.
48. Run, real quick, run. Come on. Hurry up. Let's go, let's go.
They said the continuation from Jason Maxiell nullified the score, so it brought it back, but it popped up on the TV a little bit differently. So 48 is the correct point. They had 45 before that, but you know what, though, man?
There's the game winner.
Let somebody else enjoy the game-winning shot
By Jason Maxiell. And 3's company will head to the championship game against Power next week in Brooklyn.
Wow.
But led by Andre Emmett, who was really a one-man wrecking crew. Knocking down that 3. And then Jason Maxiell said, let me clinch it.
Oh, we haven't heard much on the offensive end from Maxiell. A lot of defensive pressure, but why not? I mean, and again, Michael Cooper had his team ready to play from jump ball. Not just from an offensive perspective, defense schematically, but I think the mindset in which they came into the game. Not playing well last week, had a lot to prove, and they came in and they stuck to the game plan all the way through.